Hi everybody. This is a gastric bypass RnY update video. I don't need my glasses. Saturday was my surgery anniversary, and I just got on the scale. It's Tuesday night. I just got on the scale and I'm at 218. So that makes a 2-pound loss in the last week. But more so, I had group. There, okay. I had group yesterday, and or tonight's Wednesday night, so it's week 5. Today would make week 5. So I had group yesterday, and I actually learned a lot from group. You know, sometimes in all the education and stuff that we have to go through, they don't really tell us everything that we really want to know, you know? So, let's see. I made notes. I made notes on my Facebook page. Okay. I don't know about anybody else's past experience, but this is mine. Okay? This has been my experience. Whoa, my hair's sticking up all over. I would start a diet program, and I would hit this typical 3-week stall where I wouldn't drop any weight at all. It'd just quit. And I would get really, really frustrated, peeved, and just throw in the towel and say, screw it, I'm done. I'm going to eat what I want to eat and forget it. That was my attitude. And apparently that's pretty common, but I knew I dropped a lot of water weight, especially right after they put me on Lasix. For my kidneys back in November of 2016, my kidney function was like a 40. And they started Lasix. And I told the kidney specialist, I said, just leave me alone. I don't want dialysis. I want no part of that. Let me see if I can rebound it myself. Because I had pitted edema really, really bad. So they switched. I was on hydrochlorothiazide. And they switched it to Lasix. And when they switched it to Lasix, we jacked it way up. I was taking 80 milligrams of Lasix a day. Well, I had no problems peeing after that. And I dropped like 70 pounds in water weight. Anyhow, but I never kept track of what my body measurements were. So I've been keeping track of what my body measurements were since I started this process. And I'm going out. This is June. May's and June's, those two together. I have April's here too. But so I said, so I've been keeping track since February, but I'm only going to share May 7th through June 11th. My wrist, left arm, thigh, calf, and ankle all stayed the same. There was nothing changed. My bra band in May was a 39. In June, it's a 37. My bust will always stay the same because I have implants. See, there's the implant. I have implants, so my bust will always stay the same. My waist in May was a 44. In June, it was a 42. My stomach, you know, where you put it across and your stomach sticks out. You go around your stomach. May, it was a 59. June it was a 54, so I dropped 5 inches. My hips was a 54, and in June it was a 51. So that's 3 inches. Total inches lost overall is 12. Things I learned from group last night. Throwing up is part of the process. It happens. Keep trying. Wait a week or 2 weeks before retrying that food. But keep trying. Number 2, don't eat at people's backwoods barbecues. You didn't cook it. You don't know what's in whatever it is you're trying to eat. Make sure you bring your own drinks. Most people don't do anything without lots of sugar, and sugar will make you throw up. Your stomach is the size of an egg. Fill it with vegetables and lean meats. Protein first, always. Think twice. Ask yourself, would I feed my 3-month-old this or that? And if the answer is no, then don't eat it. A normal stomach holds 8 cups of food. A normal person's stomach holds 8 cups of food. My tummy, as of right now, holds 6 tablespoons or 1/3 of a cup. And that can fill you up for at least 4 hours. After 18 months, it will hold 1 cup. That's it. So after 18 months, our stomach is literally 1/8 the size that it was originally. I learned last night that a half a piece of toast is plenty. A quarter of a piece of toast is actually better. If you have to go to a potluck, bring cheese and crackers. You can eat that, and other people might like it too. If you can't do meat, try peanut butter and banana. And this lady that I was talking to a group last night, she's like 9-10 years out. And I asked her what she did. And she said for protein, she would have a banana and peanut butter and put a little bit of margarine with it. She'd have low-fat cottage cheese or pears or peaches. So, I have more here. Come on. There it goes. So I'm kind of trying to experiment with new food and that sort of thing. Things my tummy likes. Colby Jack string cheese, Greek yogurt, applesauce, Ritz crackers, baby apple juice, Fairlife milk, Cheerios, green beans, mashed potatoes, barbecue chicken baby food, corn, Jell-O, of course my protein shakes, and turkey sandwich meat. Things my stomach don't like. Mozzarella string cheese, scrambled eggs, hamburger, tuna, and shredded chicken. Too sweet for my tummy. It doesn't go. Culver's ice cream, custard. Culver's custard. Ice cream, plain apple juice, and Premier protein. Those are the things that make me sick. And she said that I officially graduated from baby food. She wants me to stop eating anything mushy that's baby food oriented unless I absolutely have to in a situation like where I can't keep anything down or whatever, to start eating like when you go to the grocery store, they have down the baby food aisle, you know, where the baby food aisle is or whatever, they have toddler stuff that is for toddlers. And she told me to try that. On Saturday, or no, this was Sunday I posted this. Oh, also Saturday, in kind of celebration, I guess, for my 1 month bypass, or my surgery anniversary, we went out to this Mexican restaurant. And I ordered a la carte. I have this little card that says I'm a bariatric patient, you know, whatever. I ordered a la carte from this place. I ordered 1 corn cheese enchilada with red sauce and a side of beans. I'm not even kidding you. They brought me a plate this big. And I'm like, whoa, my Lanta. There is no way I could even attempt to eat a quarter of that. So I ate what I could. And the corn tortilla went down very well, and it stayed. I was so excited about that. I was really excited. I was just as excited when the string cheese stayed down. It was good. And I ate probably 2 good spoonfuls of the beans, and then I brought the rest home. And I had that for supper on Sunday night. I kind of tried to finish it, and I didn't end up finishing all of it or whatever, but I attempted. So Sunday I got up and I felt like I needed to start cleaning house, because nobody does it the way you do it, you know. And I ran the vacuum cleaner. I swept and mopped, did a couple loads of laundry, you know, all the typical stuff, made my bed, you know, the typical stuff. And that did really well. I was really tired the next day, but it was okay. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. So I posted this one on June 8th. Today makes 1 month since my RnY. It's been far from easy. If I eat too fast, it makes me sick. If I eat something that's too sweet, that makes me sick. I've struggled to get my water in at times, but I always get my protein in. And because I'm having trouble with meat right now and getting my meat protein in, because scrambled eggs and me don't get along, hamburger, chicken, things like that, and me don't get along right now, then I've made sure that I have 2 protein shakes a day. So I still get my at least 60 grams of protein. And that's automatically 22 ounces of fluid. So, I also started buying Snapple. See, and it's diet. The stats are 10 calories in the bottle, and it's a 16-ounce bottle. So 10 calories in the bottle, 0 fat, 15 grams of sodium, 1 gram of carbohydrates, 0 grams of protein, and 90 grams of potassium. The potassium is what I need. My favorite, though, is the raspberry iced tea. It will always be my favorite. I've lost 28 pounds since surgery. 29 pounds since surgery. My past medications included 80 milligrams of Lasix, 80 milligrams of atorvastatin, 81 milligrams of aspirin, 500 milligrams of metformin, 20 units of Lantus at night, sliding scale Novolog, Vanazapril 25 milligrams, Protonix 40 milligrams, albuterol 108/90, Flovent 220, and even 440. A multivitamin, calcium, B complex, biotin, B12, and a D3. That was my past medications. Since I've had this surgery and been out of the hospital, my current medications: a multivitamin, calcium, probiotic, a protonic, biotin, B12, a stool softener, and I just added iron. Me and my neighbor Carol, we had an interesting conversation. For me, since this surgery, it's all been a learning process. I'm in the process of learning what my body likes, what my body doesn't like. Because just because I like the taste of it in the past doesn't mean that my body likes it now. Doesn't mean that my stomach is going to tolerate it now. And it doesn't matter if I like whatever it is I try to eat. The real question is, does my stomach like it? And it usually takes me about 5 minutes to figure it out. If my stomach doesn't like it, 2 bites in and it's gone. That's just how my stomach works, I guess. My neighbor Carol asked me if I was ever hungry, and I told her no, because I'm not. I eat because I know I have to, not because my food tastes good or I enjoy it. The most important source of protein is a source of protein in vegetables, and protein always comes first. All the rest don't matter as much as we're led to believe it does. The worst thing we do for our kids is teach them how to eat and drink together. That has been something that has been a really big challenge for me, because that's something that I'm accustomed to, because that's how I was raised. We eat and we wash down our food and lose the ability to feel that we've had enough to eat. And another thing is being in a hurry. They say it should not take us less than 30 minutes to eat our dinner. But these kids, they go to school and they have lunch at school, breakfast in the morning and then lunch at school. And they might get a 45-minute lunch period, but they spend half of it in the line trying to get their food. So they might have 15-20 minutes to eat and then go to the bathroom or whatever they got to do before they got to go back to class. They eat so fast that they don't even know that they're full, and then they decide they want to get up and buy more. And we wonder why our kids always have weight problems. I think this process has taught me how to really taste my food. And I found that oven-baked, those little Totinos, the little square $1.99 at Walmart, little square Totinos party pizzas, they taste like cardboard. I took a bite of my daughter's and I'm like, look, I can't believe I like this garbage. It tasted like cardboard. And I'm still wondering how come I liked it. Bananas are too sweet. And watermelon doesn't digest the way you think it does. I had watermelon the other day and it was still almost whole when it come out the other end. So it doesn't disintegrate like you think it does. We went out to another restaurant. A local restaurant is called Dakota Farms, and it's a North Dakota chain. And it's a North Dakota diner chain. And I really like it. It's a good place. I was looking for something to eat, and the only thing they had that was really something I could honestly have was soup. And let me tell you what, I have had so much cream, this, that, and the other soup. I'm so sick of soup, and I don't care if I ever eat soup ever again. It's to that point. And I swear to God, the next person that sticks a bowl of soup in front of me is going to wear it. because I'm just tired of it. I'm that tired of it. But they had a soup that was called beer cheese soup. And all it was cheese soup, a can of beer, and celery, shredded carrots, and diced onion. That was all it was. And they brought me out a bowl. Well, I ordered a cup of soup. Brought me out a bowl this big around. I didn't even eat a quarter of it. So I brought the rest of it home. And I actually finished it that night. But I brought the rest home. I'm like, holy cow, this looks like more than a cup of soup to me. But it was really, really good. I think I wrote about my rings being too big. See, I don't know if you can see. That's a size 5. There we go. That's a size 5. That's a size 5.5. See, these are 5.5. So my fingers are shrinking. I think I wrote about that, or I said something about that the last time. So, but I think that's all I have for this time. I'm not napping as much as what I'd done before, but you can still see the black rings under my eyes. I'm having trouble sleeping. So I started taking melatonin, and that's been working a little bit. My skin is hanging, especially like right here. I have bat wings, and I don't like that. But they say it's part of the process. Tonight for supper was, I cut up chunks of Colby Jack string cheese like this. I cut them up. And then I use little tiny square pieces or square Cheez-It crackers. And I took a bite of my daughter's turkey for her turkey sandwich, and I held that down. So I think I'm going to try my hand at making my own Lunchables. I can't have nuts yet for another 2 weeks. They want me to try some raw vegetables like in a salad. So here in the next week or so, I'm going to try hamburger again and see if I can eat hamburger, and then maybe start trying a taco salad or something like that. I don't like the deep fried taco shells. So that's not even a worry. Not for me anyway. I think that's about all I have. So I think I've rambled long enough. Thank you for everybody who comments for me. I look forward to learning more from all of you guys. Oh yeah, which reminds me. So I got a letter from my landlord. And I don't know whether she's just being a hag or what. And yes, I called her a hag because she is one. But she sent me a letter saying that she wanted to put me on a month-to-month lease. And I'm on Section 8. I'm on Section 8 housing. So she wanted me, I have a Section 8 choice voucher, whatever. So she wanted to put me on a month-to-month lease. She jacked my rent from $8.35 a month to $8.95 a month. So I called housing. I'm like, what the hell is this? And housing told me that my cap is $8.50. That's the highest my rent can be, is $8.50. Anything over $8.50 has to come out of my pocket. And they said, I think it was like $8.50, something like that. And they said that my rent was going to go from understand the 1st of April, my rent was $202. My rent the 1st of May was $218. Now my rent for August is $270. My ex-husband just got out of is in the halfway house, and he's working and he's doing construction. I should start seeing a child support check next week to the tune of $75 a week. So I'm looking at my rent going from $270 to well over $300 a month. And I ain't paying $300 a month for a 2-bedroom. It's not happening. So, especially on housing, that's not happening. So, and why they're using child support to determine my rent is beyond me, because that's not money I can count on. You know, he's $15,000 in the hole. That should show something. So, I'm looking for a cheaper apartment building over actually in Bismarck, which is just over the bridge. I'm looking for someplace cheaper, and I found one for less than $800 a month. It was like $690 or something like that. I put in a couple inquiries to find out whether they would take my Section 8 or not. And by the sounds of it, I have to move by August 1st. The bad part is, well, moving into Minnesota is what needs to happen for my daughter because they have services for her autism. I'm not even a year out. I won't even be 3 months out by the time I need to move from here. And my son and my oldest daughter would help load the truck. That's not a problem. But getting it to Moorhead and unloading it will be a big problem, because that's not something I can do myself, especially only being 3 months out. I don't feel comfortable doing it all myself. So staying within Bismarck-Mandan, close to the surgeon that did my surgery, is ideal. So I'm going to see what I can do to find a house there, and then in August of 2020, then we're moving into Minnesota. And there's a reason why it's like that. Her waiver here in North Dakota ends at 17 years old, where she would be eligible for Medicaid, and everything that we need a waiver for here in North Dakota is actually covered under Minnesota Medicaid. So she would not need any kind of waiver, and it would actually be better for her. Plus, they offer the K-12 platform for homeschool. It would be homeschool, but it's K-12 public school, where to bring the K-12 platform into North Dakota would cost $7,000 a year per person. So I'm going to homeschool her for this coming school year, and then the next school year we're going to put her in K-12. So that's the plan. I did not plan this move to a different apartment building here, and I don't feel like I'm quite ready to move to Fargo, to Bismarck, or to Fargo Moorhead. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. So anyway, I've rambled long enough. Take it easy. We love you. Have a good one.